Hello, hello, hello. Half the day from Harmon, everybody. KUAM coming right back at you like we never left. And whether you're watching literally on the other side of the street, next to us in our studios, or on the other side of the world, that's why we do a live stream, because we like interacting with you and bringing our show to you. Got a lot to get to, so let's go.
The menu, brought to you by King's Restaurant, always open, always local, and Ruby Tuesday Guam, home of the Fresh Garden Bar.
We continue with our Holiday Bake Club feature, and today our pint-sized baker, Kiki Leon Guerrero, is going to show you how to make another delicious treat. We're also going to introduce you to some amazing high school students who were recently accepted into the Ivy League, courtesy of Quest Bridge College match process. And Jess Rosario joins us later on in the show. He has Boca Talks. He is going to teach you how to eat healthy during the holiday season. Well, as I said, and we're not going to bury this, we are getting into our Holiday Bake Club, sharing great recipes from some very, very talented bakers that you can use as your Christmas party. You can make it at the house, or just, make it for yourself. Christmas yourself, as they always say. All right, our resident pint-sized baker is our friend Kiki Leon Guerrero, and she has another delicious recipe for you.
Happy holidays! Welcome back to Baking with Kiki. Today we are going to be making epic chocolate peppermint cookies. I found this at the store and I thought it would be really fun to bake. So I decided, I should bake it with all of you guys. So I'm going to make the epic chocolate peppermint cookies. The first step to do is preheat the oven to 375 degrees. After you're done preheating the oven, you're going to add all of our ingredients together. The next step we are going to do is add all of our cake batter. Cookie batter. Silly me. And then the next thing we are going to do is we are going to add our 3 ingredients. First one is the 4 tablespoons of melted butter. The next one is 1 tablespoon of water. And the last one is an egg. I love cracking eggs, it's super fun. Are you guys ready to mix? The fun part. The next step we are going to do is I got my pan and I greased it. Make sure it's greased so your cookies don't stick onto it. The next thing you are going to do is you are going to take just a regular spoon and you are going to just take the dough, put it in your hands, roll it to a ball, put it on the pan, flatten it. I want to make mini ones, so I'm going to take it this way. I'm just going to go like this way. So, I'm just going to... Now that you have all your cookies, make sure they each have 2 partners, so you can make them into cookies. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to take our candy cane sprinkles, and we are going to just sprinkle them on. Now that it is all done with all my sprinkles, you are going to ask a parent to put it inside the oven now. Now that it is done, it really smells like peppermint candy canes. You guys want to smell it? The next step you're doing is we are going to take our frosting, which comes inside the pack, and we are just going to put the frosting in the middle. So you kind of want to put kind of a lot, because in the photo, she was really, really thick. It reminds me kind of like an Oreo, doesn't it? It's a cookie on the top and then cream in the middle. Then look, this is little magic place. Now we have a sandwich. And I'm just gonna put it on the cookie. And I'm gonna do it to the rest. It really reminds me of an Oreo because an Oreo has a cookie on the outside and it has white cream inside. So it reminds me of an Oreo. They are finished. They smell so good. They smell like peppermint. These are perfect to make on Christmas Eve because they are Christmas cookies. I could even do this as Santa. Happy holidays. Thanks for baking with Kiki. Merry Christmas.
All right, everybody, stay tuned because we are going to talk about eating healthy and getting into an amazing college out on the East Coast. You know that one league? It's got some ivy on the walls. And see where I'm going with that? We are going to talk to some amazing Guamanians when we come back.
As we celebrate the Christmas season, let's not forget about our youngest and most vulnerable in need. There are over 600 children in foster care on Guam in need of your love and support. As a companion to the 24th annual CBS special, the KUAM Care Force presents a special Home for the Holidays edition of HotSpot. This special will feature uplifting stories of foster families and children, a look at the state of foster care on Guam, and the people and organizations making a difference in their lives. We'll also feature a special holiday performance in studio. The special edition of HotSpot will premiere on broadcast and streaming platforms on December 21st at 11 a.m. Chamorro Standard Time. Check KUAM.com schedules for additional showtimes.
That amount work right now.
Mom,
What is it?
can I get new basketball shoes?
We'll see.
Can I please have $20 for my field trip?
I don't know.
Can I go to my friend's house after school?
Anak, hindi pwede.
We're all trying our best to make ends meet. The governor's child care programs are helping businesses and working families care for Guam's kids. This ad is paid for with funds administered by the Department of Public Health and Social Services. Visit guamchildcare.com to apply today.
Pacific Points is more rewarding with friends. From now until December 31st, get 300 bonus points for every friend you refer that signs up and earns points. Both you and your friends will enjoy awesome rewards like free shelf fuel, rebates on your IT&E bills, vouchers at Foodies, and United Mileage Plus miles. Plus, earn more points to upgrade your membership tier and enjoy even more exclusive rewards. Learn more at PacificPoints.com or download the app. Pacific Points. Do more, get more.
KUAM News, winner of the 2022 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for the Culture Club.
I have an amazing interview now for you guys. Okay, young people want to better yourselves, want to become more worldly. You want to improve yourself through the gift that is education. There's an amazing program that I really want you to take notes on this next interview from because I have two amazing young Guamanians here who have directly benefited from that, and they are heading out to the Ivy League. So switch the camera and everything because I've been waiting to get to this interview for a real long time. Toa Calvo is going to be a soon-to-be graduate of GW. He's also one of our Spark ambassadors. You remember him from Giving Tuesday. So Hafane, and welcome back.
Oh, hello. It's nice to be here again.
And Toa, you are heading to Princeton.
Oh, yes, I am.
In New Jersey.
Yes.
Okay, very, very cool. And then Jin Chung from St. John's. Mm-hmm. You are headed out to Connecticut.
Yep.
I'm actually from there.
Yeah.
In part. And you are going to Yale.
I suppose I am.
That little school that, you know, I know there's a rivalry between Harvard and Yale. Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay. So first of all, congratulations to both of you guys. That's an amazing achievement. It means so much for our community, you know, when we send kids, you know, anywhere, but getting into the Ivy League. So first of all, Toa, we'll start with you. What did it mean when you actually found out that, yes, I got in at Princeton?
Oh, so I couldn't really believe it. So like I waited to open my decision letter when I got in the car on my way to school. And it was like someone was recording me, and I had a whole reaction video.
You're already rocking the school colors.
Oh. Oh yeah. So like I opened it up on my iPad, and I just couldn't believe it. Like it felt like a dream.
Okay, then Jin, take me through your process. What was that moment like when you found out that you got in at Yale?
So I was checking the time zones. I think I expected it to be there by 7 a.m. Right, so I couldn't sleep the night before. So I was just kind of like...
I wouldn't have been able to either.
Yeah, I was just doing homework to pass the time. All of a sudden, 5:30 a.m., notification pops up. There's an update to your portal, and it was just like I shared this kind of feeling of disbelief that, you know, this kind of really world-changing, life-changing thing has just happened, right? And yeah, I'm really thankful for the opportunity.
Has it truly sunk in now that you are a Yalie?
Not really.
Technically, I know. Okay, well, technically speaking, I'm a big sports guy. So, Jin, you are now a Bulldog. Toa, you are now a Tiger.
Yes, Tiger.
You do realize that your two schools will play each other in a variety of sports throughout the year. So, like, have you guys? I mean, I know you guys didn't like. You guys don't go way back and everything, but you met each other through this this match program and everything. So, what have you learned like through that and your own experiences?
So, like, what I've learned. So I just learned more about like QuestBridge and the opportunities that they provide in general. Like QuestBridge is the program that we went through to get these scholarships and like to get into those amazing schools. And like yeah, I've been trying to like tell other people about it.
There is the big thing, and forgive me for not mentioning that, you're both going on scholarship. So I mean, those schools really prestigious. There's a lot of history, a lot of tradition. Also, they're insanely expensive. So the fact that you will be going there and, you know, not burdening your families with that is an amazing achievement. Okay, so Jin, tell me about this program. How did you find out about it, and how did you get involved and to participate?
My college counselor at St. John's actually told me about it back in the end of junior year, I believe. You know, being kind of low-income students, it's important to find avenues to go to college, right, and go to college affordably. And so over the summers, I kind of worked on researching the program, researching the schools, writing my essays, and I think one of the most important things I've learned throughout the process is just start early, right? You know, deadlines don't move for anybody, and so you just gotta act first. Yeah.
All right. Hashtag pro tip, you guys. If you're thinking about applying for college this year, next year, and everything, start early because it's also hyper competitive. Yes. Okay. Now, Toa, the amazing thing about this program too is it actually matched the both of you with the school that it felt. Is this an algorithm that it felt was like the most appropriate based on, you know, your achievements, your ambitions, you know, what you plan to study?
Oh well, so for QuestBridge, there's like this thing called like rankings. So we rank like the school that we would most like to go to on the top, which for me was Stanford. But since they like rejected me, I believe it goes down the tier.
Hey,
and it went to Princeton.
Palo Alto, you're lost, man. my guy right here, he's heading East Coast and everything. But
yeah.
That's not a bad fallback school, I gotta say. Okay, so how about you, Jin? Were there any other schools, now that we know it's, you know, you get to kind of like, you know, have your pick of the litter, as they say. What other schools did you apply to?
I ranked Yale first, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, and so I'm really fortunate that I got in. I ranked Princeton second.
You can transfer. I mean, you guys can be classmates.
But I'm not sure. They don't tell you what your results are for the schools that you ranked below the one that you got into.
That is an amazing service, though, because it actually says, okay, well, we feel that you are the best fit in this school. Because for old guys like me, I mean, I remember when we would have to apply to schools, we would write snail mail, like no PDFs, no DMs, no emails and everything like that. We would have to write directly to the school, usually work with an admissions counselor and everything, and basically it was like, are you in or are you out? This process seems a lot more streamlined and probably, I mean, I know you're stressed out about this anyway, but like it took a lot of the burden off the both of you.
Right.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Okay, how long did you have to wait?
So when was it? So we found out that we were QuestBridge National College Match finalists on October 19th, and that means that we had the chance to like match to these schools. So there's like different levels to actually getting that scholarship. So like we submitted the application for everything in I think September, right?
September 27th, I believe.
Oh yes, I believe so. And then we found out that we're finalists for that on October 19th. And then later on, we found out that we got matched on December 2nd, but it was supposed to be December 1st for Eastern time.
Wow, so that's about maybe like 5 weeks and everything? I gotta say, guys, I mean, I remember what it's like to be a young person. That must have been hell on earth.
Yes.
Just waiting and sweating it out and everything. But again, congratulations to the both of you. Let me ask, what do you guys plan to study now that you've been accepted to these amazing schools? What do you want to major in?
So I would like to major in biomedical engineering, like making cures and stuff like that.
Okay, is there any particular thing you say you want to solve cancer, or you want to solve the common cold? Or?
I would love to solve cancer. That's like a big dream of mine. But I also want to help so my grandmother got an aneurysm and she has been in the hospital, and if I could find a way to wake her up, that would be amazing.
Oh, well, our prayers to your family. But yeah, that's an amazing motive to want to study and everything. How about you, Jin?
Yale has this really great program called Ethics, Politics, and Economics, and I'm really interested in applying for that when I get there. And so, in terms of inner motivations, I've always been interested in economics and developmental economics specifically, right? Trying to lift other nations up and all that. And so, yeah, I hope to be able to study that in the future.
Guam could actually benefit from this young man. Ethics and politics, that's a wonderful topic to undertake right there. Okay, let me ask you, have you guys already bought a sweater, a shirt, some socks, because, Toa, we had your picture up there where you had the poster and everything. Have you guys actually gotten some sort of merch or swag that basically says, this is where I'm going, this is my school?
Oh yes, so we're actually getting an admissions package in the upcoming days. It should include some merch and some stickers, papers, stuff like that. But I also purchased a sweater from Princeton University just recently, and it should be coming tomorrow.
Very nice. Princeton's actually got really, really good school colors too.
Yes.
Okay, how about you, Jen?
Everything is out of stock for Yale. So I'm waiting for that, new shipment to come in, and I'll be the first to hop on it.
So what do you want to get? Well, I mean, because you guys are, gentlemen of the Ivy League now, so just are you guys planning on getting maybe a cardigan that you have to tie around your neck, or a nice polo shirt, or, I mean, you can even get a coffee mug. What do you guys want to get?
So the shop for Princeton University has a shirt that says Princeton Mom. So I would definitely want to get that for my mom.
Oh, that's nice. You know what also works really, really well too for family and friends? You get one of those license plate frames that says, "My friend goes to Yale. My cousin is in Princeton." Yeah. So whatever you guys do, whatever path takes you, it's nice that we have this Quest program that is actually giving you guys a guidance. But you guys had to put in the work. I mean, all congratulations, all kudos to you guys and everything like that, because it's one thing to be matched up with a program. It's another thing to say you got in on the basis of merit. So congratulations to both of you, to your families. An entire community here on Guam is rooting for you guys. You guys got 671 in your heart all the way, and we expect both things from the both of you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so congratulations. You guys want to look in that camera, or that little one right there, and give a shout out to anybody, classmates, family?
I'd like to shout out my amazing teachers, Miss Sophia Underwood, she's my A-push teacher last year, and Miss Jessica De Vera, she's my robotics teacher this year. They both wrote my recommendation letters, and yeah, I love them.
Girlfriends.
Oh my girlfriend. Oh, no girlfriends.
I mean, shout out to my class of 2023, St. John's, Knights represent, right? Shout out to my teachers, my college counselor. Shout out to Miss Solis, not just because we have Mr. Solis here. She was my IBH English teacher. And shout out to Miss St. Nicholas, my college counselor. She was also very helpful in everything.
I feel really, 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 really privileged because my mom actually wrote his endorsement letter and everything. So. Not saying that was the major reason, everything like that, but it's nice to know that my family could do something to help you achieve your dreams and everything. So, gentlemen, congratulations again, and we look forward to what you guys have in the future. All right, and we look forward to seeing you guys on the flip side of this break. Please stay tuned. This is the HotSpot.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Breeze 93.9 FM is playing the perfect Christmas soundtrack of your life all season long. From timeless classics to new favorites and even the best tomorrow Christmas carols, let Breeze put you in the spirit of the season. On air and streaming on KUAM.com all day through January 1st.
1, 2, 3.
It's been a great 2 years for Pacific Points. That's 2 years of fueling your adventures with Shell. Countless tasty new treats from Booties Guam. 24 months of savings on your IT&E phone and internet bill and prepaid services. And a chance to make cherished memories with United Mileage Plus miles. We're giving away 2 million points. Go to PacificPoints.com for details.
Pacific Points! Do more, get more! Woo!
There's epic, then there's ultra epic. Capture life in vivid resolution with Galaxy's most advanced camera system and the built-in S Pen that puts you in control. Every moment, every angle, from sunrise to sundown and beyond. More striking, more stunning than ever. Find the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra at your nearest IT&E store or online at ite.net and change the way you work and play.
I can't make that amount work right now.
Mom,
what is it?
Can I get new basketball shoes?
We'll see.
Can I please have $20 for my field trip?
I don't know. Can I go to my friend's house after school?
Anak, hindi pwede.
We're all trying our best to make ends meet. The governor's childcare programs are helping businesses and working families care for Guam's kids. This ad is paid for with funds administered by the Department of Public Health and Social Services. Visit guamchildcare.com to apply today.
All right, welcome back. Let's check in with my buddy Jess Rosario, the proprietor of the Bocavox, for this week's episode of Boca Talks, and I believe he's got a charcuterie board.
Hafa day, welcome back to the HotSpot at the Boca Box. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I'm Jess Rosario, I'm the owner and nutrition professional here, and today we're going to talk a little bit more about staying on track for the holiday season. It's about 11 days until Christmas and holidays are in full swing. I know, just like me, I know you guys are going to parties, you guys are having Christmas work gatherings, there's Christmas presentations and programs and all of that going on. It's kind of crazy because Christmas and the holiday season is kind of the busiest time of the year for us. So many things going on. Last week we talked about 10 tips that you guys can kind of do to stay on track with your health and with your weight loss journey. But I wanted to take a little bit different approach to that. A lot of times we don't see the things that can really not harm, but they're kind of like pitfalls that can take us off track of our healthy eating habits. So I wanted to kind of identify the things that are not so obvious to us. And of course, whenever we're talking about weight loss, right, it boils down to how many calories we're eating. And the most obvious thing people do when they're trying to watch their calorie intake is they will go to the party or the gathering and be like, oh, I'm just gonna stay away from all the desserts. But you know, we gotta be real. Everything's always about balance, right? And balancing out how much you're eating, how much dessert you're eating, and trying a few things here and there, but not overdoing it. But again, we go back to how many calories you're eating whenever you're at these gatherings. Now, I wanted to take a look at some of the hidden things that may not be too obvious to us. Now, the first thing that is kind of hidden, right, is I think that whenever we go to parties and we're eating way too many carbs. I mean, take a look at it. Look at your plate, right? That's the first thing people don't do is they don't look at how much food is on their plate. But if we're looking at our plate and we're kind of identifying what foods are carbohydrates, we have rice, then we have bread, then we have pancit, and then we have things like lumpia and macaroni and all that other stuff. And we have all of that on our plate. That's a lot of carbs. Now, carbs are not bad. Food in general is not bad, but anything that is too much becomes bad for us, right? In the sense where it leads to weight gain. Now, the reason why I want to target carbs and the amount of carbs that we're eating is because typically we think, okay, let's get rid of the sugars so we stay away from the desserts. But carbs in general, when we eat it, it breaks down in our body and turns into sugar. Anytime that sugar is not used up in our body, it gets stored as fat. And we don't want that. So we have to look at ways to minimize, control, and kind of balance the amount of carbohydrates that we're eating. So again, be balanced about your approach. If you want your rice, if you want your pancit, if you want your mac and cheese, your breads, take smaller portions, or kind of just like me, I'm not a big rice person, but I'll do like a little bit of pancit, maybe a piece of bread, and that's about it, right? But I'll look at ways to minimize the amount of carbohydrates that I'm eating when I'm sitting down with the family and enjoying my meal. Again, you have to enjoy the meal. You have to be balanced about that approach. So don't restrict yourself. Just minimize, enjoy the food that you're eating, but control the amount of carbohydrates that you're putting on your plate. On that same note, right, we're talking about carbohydrates, we're talking about sugars. The other thing that people usually are not aware of that can lead to increased calorie intake is the beverages that they're drinking. I know at the fiesta tables and the parties, we fill our plates up and then we look at the cooler and we're like, oh, I'm gonna grab a diet soda because I'm on a diet, right? But if we're drinking soda, which I kind of stay away from, right, usually, lately I've had maybe like a can in a week or so, but well, that's a topic for a different time. But try to stay away from sodas, which are they're very rich in calories, but they're not rich in nutrients. You really don't get anything from drinking soda besides sugar and calories. So kind of limit the sodas that you're drinking. Also, juices tend to have lots and lots of sugar added to it. So be careful about the juices that you're drinking. Now, we don't typically see juices on the table, but if you're at brunch, if you're enjoying some, Christmas breakfast with your family, you're going to be drinking, like my family, you're going to be drinking some mimosas. And a lot of times you'll put juice into the mimosas just to give it a little bit of flavor, but the amount of alcohol that you're drinking combined with the juices kind of add up, right? But that also goes into like all the other alcoholic drinks where you're mixing soda. So be careful about drinking alcohol with sodas because again, that's just added calories that you don't need whenever you're having fun with the family. Stick to the basics, right? For me, if I'm drinking, at the party and eating, I'm always sticking to water, just so I make sure that I'm hydrated and I'm not adding any more added calories to my plate or to my meal. But also, if I'm going to enjoy myself and have a little bit of alcohol with my family and I'm going to mix something, I'm always looking for, especially now because I'm trying to do more of a ketogenic approach to my eating habits right now, I'm looking for lower carb or zero carb options. And there's a lot of them out there, right? You'll see a lot of the sodas that are zero carb or less carb, even beers, which are high in carbohydrates. There are alternatives to that which are lower carbs. So watch the amount of carbs that you're taking in, be very well balanced about your approach to eating, but it's the holiday season, so enjoy yourself. From the Boca Box and everyone at KUAM at the HotSpot, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, have fun this holiday season.
And we will be back after this.
Breeze 93.9 FM is playing the perfect Christmas soundtrack of your life all season long. From timeless classics to new favorites and even the best Chamorro Christmas carols, let Breeze put you in the spirit of the season. On air and streaming on KUAM.com all day through January 1st.
Thank you as always for watching. Happy holidays from all of us at KUAM to you and yours. We'll see you next time.